this one. Your girl is tired. I can't be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. I'm sorry, but just watch the whole damn video. So, there's a lot to get into. So, let's just get to. So, number one, I have a lot of work to do with this channel by the end of the year. Well, by the end of the month. Hopefully, I can get to all of it. I have to re-record the Vince McMahon for a few different reasons. Thanks a lot, YouTube. I have my notes completely done for Coco Chanel. I have my notes done for Drake. But here's the thing with Drake's video. I'm having problems getting through it without laughing. I had to scratch at least 4 recordings. And I just gave up that day because there was just no hope whatsoever. Because I can't with this light-skinned behavior. Like what? And for those people in the back who do not know what light-skinned behavior is, I'm pretty sure someone in the comments can help me out because it might be better coming from you or somebody else in the comments, but there is a running joke in the Black community, but it's just a joke. Nobody take it seriously. I know this world has become so damn sensitive, but no one's sensitive over... Wait a minute. Let me rephrase that because Drake is definitely sensitive. I can't. Anyways, I also got a request for another video on a sinking ship called the Empress of Ireland, and I have been down a deep dive ever since. Like, I can't get out of this rabbit hole. I cannot. There's something about sinking ships that just fascinate me for so many different reasons, and I'm here for it. So if anyone has any other ideas or sinking ships you want me to go into, please let me know down below. But it will be for 2025, and actually I'm really thinking if I should just wait and do the Empress of Ireland for January so I don't have to rush over that request. Because I haven't started my notes yet, but I have started my deep dive, so we can look out for that as well. So yeah, we have Coco Chanel, we have the Drake, and the Vince McMahon coming up. So honestly though, I have a feeling that the Carters are going to play this situation differently. And they are going to start shutting shit down. I don't know why I think that's coming, but I think it's coming. I see gag orders, just all of it, right? I see a bunch of defamation suits coming out. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm just being real careful with this one because I want to make sure what I'm reporting is something that's actual, real, and facts, and not speculation because the T channels, I mean, there's so much stuff on Jay-Z coming out now that none of this stuff we've ever heard of, right? So I'm just being real careful because I don't even know what's true and not true. I don't even know where to begin. But I say all that to say, I do not need the Carters breathing down my neck. I just don't need them breathing down my neck. I don't need them coming after me. So I will be reporting only what I see on the news or TMZ or something that's like on Google, a lawsuit that I can read. Like, until then, no. Some of these stories that the T channels are going with, I'm just saying, baby, I hope that shit is true, because if it's not, people are gonna have problems. But we can, for January, start doing the deep dive on Jay-Z if you want to, like how we started and this and that, and the rumors that have been swirling around in, Hollywood from like the 90s or whatever. We can do his deep dive, but I am not touching nothing now. I'm not. I don't know. See, the difference is, well, R. Kelly didn't have a wife. Diddy didn't have a wife, but Jay-Z absolutely has a wife, and I don't see both of them. Like, listen, I'm just being safe, okay? But a storm is definitely brewing. It's coming. And, I was sitting here thinking, like, Diddy has a television in the jail, right? And I know he's seeing what's being said about Jay-Z. And so I can see Diddy starting to snitch about what? But I can see Diddy saying, you know what? Let's shift the entire blame to and I'm just gonna say this once. I'm gonna keep it moving. You remember that unidentified woman that supposedly was watching this graping situation with Jay-Z, and I asked who you think that woman was. A few people said J-Lo, and if I'm being honest, I can actually see that shit going down. I can actually see that shit, because here's the thing. You know what? Shut up, Majestic. Just shut up. Stick to the script. just said his lyrics. I never said the man was handsome, but that was cool though. I didn't mean to say that, but why couldn't he keep his self in the back somewhere? Like, he could have said, you know what, Beyonce, you got this, take Blue and go do what y'all do, go pose, go do whatever. Why did Jay have to be on the red carpet? He could have been in the back keeping them seats warm. Like, stay home, no, but be right in front, no either, right? I just no. And another thing, I'm just thinking, right, after that picture with the premiere, I can only imagine what Blue had to go through going home and then reading these comments, whether it was from her friends or the media or oof. I don't know. No, and the fact that Blue has to be plastered with this man, it's just the age that she's in. I don't know. And then her mother is getting all this unnecessary hate. It's just a lot for Blue. It's a lot. Like, I feel bad for all kids, but Blue, baby, is at the social media friends age. And also, too, I really hope The Lion King does not lose out on money, or should I say Disney, right? Because I feel as if they are going to take a hit because of who Blue's parents are. It's just, and you know what's so funny too? She could have been phenomenal in the movie. She could have did a phenomenal voiceover. It wouldn't even matter. Her parents will overshadow what she did in Disney. I just feel for them. But I say all that to say, whatever Jay-Z's next move will be, I will be reporting it, but carefully. Right, I was trying to figure out what I was writing here, but there's actually like a boycott on Facebook. I'm like 2025, I'm deleting Facebook. I'm like 90% sure I'm doing that because Facebook is it's just toxic as fuck. It is racist. It is not good for anyone's mental health. There's no moderators over there. No one's monitoring anything. The shit that they let be said by certain people, it's just a lot going on. But there's a boycott on the movie The Lion King. People saying, well, Blue shouldn't get any shine. F her parents. Blue she can't help who her parents are. It's just so messed up. Oh, and there's even a boycott on Beyonce's. Now, I don't know what's going on with Beyonce and Netflix and some Christmas Day shit. I don't even have any idea what two teams are musicals. And when I say musicals, I mean, for me, musicals belong on Broadway. I'm from New York City, Broadway show. That's me. I am not a big musical person if it's in the movies, like a movie theater or movies. Or the fastest way for me to lose respect for a TV show is if I'm watching, like I've been watching for like, let's say 4 seasons, and it's like that 100th episode they break out in a fucking musical. I'm done. I am done. Either I'm done with the actual series. That's how serious I am about musicals. I'm done. Or the moment I see them bust out in a musical, I am not watching that episode like ever. And again, you'll be surprised. I surprise myself if I come back after that shit you pulled with the musical on TV. So, that being said, I wasn't mad at it. I was not mad at the movie Wicked at all. I think it was done perfectly. It had like the perfect balance of like singing and dancing, and then the movie type of situation, if that makes sense. I thought the production was very colorful and fun. But it also made me realize that I do not like the color green and pink together. Actually, I don't even really like those colors separate, but together, I'm good. I am so good. But I think the two ladies, the leading ladies, Ariana and Cynthia, they work really, really well together. Both powerhouses with their voices in their own way. But if I'm being honest, I know a lot of people were surprised at Ariana's acting, whatever, but do we remember how she started out? Like, I'm not sure why people are surprised. Where did she start off at? But I was actually more surprised at her vocal range, because for me, she was always known as like the little Mariah Carey, right? Because of the high note or the whistle note that they both do. But something in Wicked made me realize that the pop songs that she sings does not do her voice justice. This is no shade towards Mariah Carey, but I feel as if Ariana has a more vocal and power range than Mariah. But Mariah, her breath control is something that's not from this planet. Like, Mariah Carey in her prime never ran out of air. Like, girl. But anyway, I was pleasantly surprised about Ariana's vocal range. And some point too, it sounded kind of like opera-ish. I don't know. And I do know that Ariana did not want the role of Glinda, if I read correctly, but honestly, I can see her doing or playing both roles. I absolutely could. And I don't know. Let's see what else I have written here about my Wicked notes. Oh, I did say I was gonna leave it there with, Ariana playing both sides, because there's been a lot of controversy and talk with the Wicked cast. Now, I can do a whole video on Wicked in 2025. because let's be realistic. There are a few things we need to talk about, like for instance, what's up with the 10 or 15 matching tattoos with Ariana and Cynthia, to the point that they even match up, like when they hold hands. Like, what's up? What's up with that? Because some of y'all don't even have that with your best friend, let alone a co-star, right? Now, we will have to address the weight loss situation, and before anyone comes in my comments, I understand that weight in general is a touchy topic for females, but the same way people express their concerns for people who are obese or people who are on that show, My 600-Pound Life. I don't know if you guys understand this, but eating a lot is also a eating disorder. So I don't understand why it's okay for people to voice their concerns when people who are like, on My 600-Pound Life, but then people don't feel as if people can talk about someone who is really, really skinny. EDs can come in two different ways: overeating and not eating, right? And so I see comments like, oh, no one should be body shaming, this is that. Stop. The same way people can be concerned about people who are 600 pounds, people can be concerned about people who weigh less than 100 pounds, right? It is what it is. Being really fat is not healthy, and being really, really skinny is not healthy. And sometimes people can't help their fatness, and some people can't help their skinniness, right? But at the end of the day, I think people need to understand that there's a difference between people being strolling and body shaming or trolling than being concerned, right? People do, and especially being in the limelight, Hollywood, people do have the right to be concerned. They do. But yes, Ariana has always been very petite. But people do have to take into consideration that it could be things going on in her personal life. It could just be the stress, because I did hear that the workload for Wicked was insane. It could be medications, it could be so much going on that we don't know. But to say that no one should say something, people being concerned, is different from body shaming, if that makes sense. But I will say this. I will say that Ariana's always been, petite. But yes, she did look thin in the movie. But I think what's really throwing people off, because for me, I kept saying, nah, there's something else that's different. And I couldn't put my finger on it until it hit me. Because I was looking at her old pictures and concerts and stuff like that. That's how I can tell she did lose weight, right? Because I went back to her concerts, her last tour. But I figured it out. It's her tanning. She's no longer using tanning. I don't know if it's because of the role or the movie, or maybe she just wanted to stop. I don't know. But whatever it is, her skin complexion is definitely different. And then she went blonde hair, blonde eyebrows. And so with the pale looking skin and the blonde of the eyebrows and hair, I think it changed her features, and people really can't pinpoint a lot, but she's still a beautiful girl. Still very talented. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know much about Cynthia. I do not. I do know, though, from reading, that she also had a hard time in, the UK, because of her looks or not being this weight or skinny enough or whatever. Look, the Hollywood standards is crazy, right? It's like no one can lose weight, gain weight, no one can have a pimple, have this. People can have a boyfriend and break up. It's a lot of trying to be perfect but can't be in Hollywood, right? So but then, like, listen, all the crying they did during the press tour, I don't even know what that was about, right? Then we would have to talk about that short guy, Patrick, no, SpongeBob, whatever, the short dude. Whatever. There's just a whole lot of with that. And look, so we would have to do a whole separate video for that. But in January, if you guys like, now the movie, I did mention something about crying. Now, if anyone has ever dealt with bullying or racism or being different for something that you cannot control, or being sick or looking whatever, I can see where this movie could bring out emotions, because there was one part that I damn near shed a tear in the middle when Ariana knew she fucked up. I'll just leave it at that, right? It just brought out so much emotions, and I can see where the girls or the cast might have to tap into inner emotions. But there was a whole lot of crying. Like, every time these two got together, they were crying and crying and crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. A whole lot of but so overall, I think the movie was done pretty well. Now, I do have a question for my Wicked Broadway people. I always knew the basic of what Wicked was about, right? I always knew the basics, how like the evil witch and the good witch were once friends, and then something happened. That I knew. But I would like for someone to comment down below if you have seen Wicked. See, in Wicked, the whole thing was that the animals were not allowed to talk or have a voice, or they couldn't teach or whatever. So basically it was like save the animals type of situation. And so my question is, did they just throw that in there, or was that always part of the Wicked book? Because, you know, someone might do a remake, keep the basics, but might switch the storyline around. So I'm just questioning, has that always been part of Wicked? Let me know down below. Okay, moving on. I am preparing for a end of the year video. I think I'm like 80% sure I am. A long one at that, but I want this video to be a video that everyone comes back to no matter what. Like, I Instagram let me know that around Halloween-ish I was at 15k on my channel, and then all of a sudden I lost about maybe 200 subscribers. Just to let everyone know how this shit works, that YouTube always does a sweep at the end of the year, and they get rid of any accounts that are inactive or that are bots. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how people get bots channels or subscribers on their accounts. I don't know how that works, but again, YouTube just goes through things and does like a little sweep to get rid of all inactive accounts. But do not worry, we already are back up to 15k and over. So, and for anyone starting a YouTube channel, whatever, don't get so wrapped up in subscribers. I mean, yes and no. You know, if people, or if you're losing subscribers, then maybe it is your content or topics you're talking about. But from the comments I'm reading off of my YouTube page, I knew it wasn't that. So, but yeah, don't get too wrapped up onto subscribers, because there's a lot of people who do not hit that subscribe button that still watch your videos. And then people also think that losing subscribers means you lose money. No, because if they're bots or inactive account, they weren't really adding to your total anyway. So I know in the beginning everyone gets wrapped up that way, but you will drive yourself crazy. I know I did, and I had to let it go, right? So you just have to keep pushing and do what you do. Which brings me to my next topic. My channel for 2025. If you follow me on Patreon, you will understand that at one point I was struggling to find my way on YouTube, and I'm not embarrassed to say it at all. What people don't understand is that YouTubers or influencers, whatever you want to call us, right? We are against millions of people, right? It's not just 5 people uploading or 5 people on social media. The whole world is on social media, and everyone is trying to make money or start a channel or something. So it is very, very competitive, right? You are up against the world. Literally, anyone that has Wi-Fi, you're up against, right? So when it came to the ASMR community, I was struggling to find my place, because the ASMR community is completely saturated. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, like at all, right? But there are a lot of amazing artists out there. But there are a lot, and it is really hard to stand out when you are against like everyone that's kind of doing the same thing, if that makes sense, right? That being said, I tried many things on my channel to stand out, to be the same or different or whatever, and nothing worked until like some of my videos were not even hitting like 400 views, right? But then something shifted. The moment that I start doing my celebrity stuff, the deep dives, my history lessons, you know, doing things my way, retelling stories my way, celebrity gossip, something shifted. Many people in the comments let me know that they love the way I tell stories. Many people have commented on how they like learning from me because I don't make it boring. Then I think many people continue with breaking news, celebrity gossip, and the celebrity nonsense. Definitely sticking to my deep dives, ship sinkings, all that stuff. There's also that falls into deep dives, so yeah. Or the dark side of, my next one I'm gonna keep to myself. But yeah, so stuff like that, right? Now, I'm not saying I won't do things like fun facts, right? Because people do like something simple like that, like fun facts, right? I will be doing it here and there. I might still bring back a few things, after January. And I say that because I have about 4 or 5 now snack boxes. I just got my holiday snack box. Meanwhile, I didn't do the first 3. Right? I do have snack boxes that I refuse to go to waste. Either I'll do that on Patreon or on YouTube. I don't even know. I have a whole bag full of Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret stuff that I've been meaning to show you guys. I also have Pop-Tart. I have a Pop-Tart video that I want to do because there are so many flavors with Pop-Tarts that I didn't even know they had. Didn't know even existed. That might be fun. But I also notice those type of videos don't do well on my channel. But I do still plan on completing those videos that I mentioned. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do like what do I got for Christmas type of situation. I don't know. But for 2025, I do not want to waste my time on videos you guys do not want to watch, because that time and energy can be put somewhere else, like into the deep dives, because my deep dives do not take an hour. They don't take a day or 2. Sometimes it can take 3 to 4, depending on how I split it up. So it's not just like a 1, 2, 3 situation, right? So if nobody wants those other videos from me, which is okay, I don't even take it personal. There's so many artists that are doing that I'm okay with it, right? I can spend more time doing more deep dives and getting info that you guys want, if that makes sense, right? And you guys really like the lengthier videos from me, and I don't mind doing it. I really don't, because if I'm being honest, it's time to stop fighting and just embracing what you guys want and embrace what I love to do. I do. I really, 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 really love these deep dives because I learn a lot. It makes me read a whole lot more. It educates me. It educates you. And most importantly, it keeps me sane. And it keeps me very, very, very busy. Like, very, very busy. So, look at me trying to get my shit together for 2025 and my channel. Oh, by the way, which I already did. I did it on my community tab because I do it every year. But please remember to reasons why I don't think I would be chewing gum that much. Like I mentioned, these deep dives take a minute of research and everything else, and these videos are lengthy, right? And I would hate for people to be missing out on a video because of gum chewing, right? So my point is, in the ASMR community, right, I think there's one thing we all can agree on, and that is we all love whispering, right? We all love whispering, right? But then after whispering, I think that's where everyone kind of branches off, because people like certain mics or the Blue Yeti or the little mic, right? But then when you start adding in, or ASMR gets controversial, excuse me, when we start adding in like mouth sounds or mouth smacking or gum chewing or eating anything, or people eating with their mouth open and stuff, right? I think that's exactly where people will go this way or that way. But I think 95% of us, I think it's safe to say that 95% actually likes whispering, right? Whispering will always win. And so, for the amount of time and effort I put into these deep dives and stuff like that, I do not wanting it to go to waste because of gum chewing, right? So could you imagine, like, on a video that might get, like, let's just say, like, for instance, right, one of my Diddy videos, right, they usually go from like 7K to like 20K, right? Could you imagine? And that's just all whispering. Those numbers will be cut in half if I did gum chewing, right? So at this point for 2025, if I'm gonna be doing deep dives, celebrity gossip, and all this stuff, I want everyone in the ASMR community, whether it's history, sinking of ships, or whatever, I want everyone to enjoy it. I don't want no one skipping over it just because of gum chewing, right? Again, I'm not saying that I will never chew gum again, but right now gum chewing is not on top of my list. So I say all that to say that I'm taking on the role of being the ASMR community of DMZ, the queen of deep dives and the queen of reads, and I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that. Then secondly, I understand the ASMR community. You have to do other things that might please your audience, right? And at one point, that was actually my advice to many people. But I learned a few things down the line. That if you're not comfortable enough with doing something, it comes off as unnatural. If that makes sense, right? So at one point, yeah, I was pushing for, you gotta do things for your audience, but if you don't like doing it, or if you're uncomfortable, it just comes off unnatural, right? And I just, so with my gum chewing, I do it very subtle, because that's how I chew gum, right? Because I cannot personally myself do that aggressive gum chewing. I cannot. It's not realistic for me, because for me it comes off ignorant, and if you were right next to me, I'd be like, girl, why are you chewing your gum like that? No, seriously, I need an explanation, right? So know, and that's also the reason why I am not too keen on listening to male ASMR artists. Because for one, my past, if you know, you know, we'll leave it at that. And two, in my world, I live alone. When I'm sleeping, I do not want another man or a strange man whispering in my ear. I don't even want my own man doing that, let alone a stranger. So for me, no. Anything for ASMR for me, it has to be, it just has to be realistic for me, you know. I have about maybe 3, let me stop lying, that's 3's too many. I have like 2 male artists on my playlist. Yep, 2. Just 2. That's it. So, I don't want random men whispering in my ear to dreamland. No, thank you. Cause see, like someone like me who lives by myself, I might actually think there is a ninja in my apartment whispering, talk about, get up, like, I'm okay, I don't need it. No, but, oh, another reason, because I got a question why I don't do role plays. For me, again, it has to be realistic. I'm not comfortable doing role plays for me personally. I don't find it relaxing and I don't find it realistic. I tried doing a few role plays on my last channel. I actually hated it. I rewatched the video and I said to myself, okay, I don't come off as being uncomfortable, but I was so uncomfortable and I was dreading the next one. And then I said to myself, girl, why are you dreading it? Just don't do it. And that was that. But I have to give credit where credit is due. I've always said this. Those artists that do those role plays are so creative. It's ridiculous. Like my hand. You guys are so creative with the costumes and all of it. Like, I'm not that creative. I'm not. But I say all that to say everyone has their own way of relaxing, especially in the ASMR community. And there is no shade on how people do it, want to do it, or choose to do it. Either way, so period. Okay, this is a biggie. There's something else I would like to discuss. Many people ask for story times or family drama on YouTube. And I'll say it now person A or person B. I suck because I'm not good at lying, and I just, no. So I will, all of my stuff, anything personal, story times will be strictly on Patreon. Yes, I have a couple of funny stories. Why does this keep doing that? I have a lot of funny stories. Not a lot, but a few on YouTube, but I choose my stories carefully. I do because people have been making the fatal mistake of talking way too much about their personal life, and now they're trying to go back and erase old videos, make new channels. It's just not worth it. It's not, and you'll be surprised on how fast things travel, and people you think that it won't reach, it will definitely reach. I actually had a video that I did, and I'm not even gonna say which video, but someone actually just found me on Instagram, and from my past, like from my high school years, and they were like, wait, were you talking about da 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 da? And I'm just like, oh shit, see, here we go. People from, so I pulled actually that video real quick. That's probably the only video that I pulled, but yeah, I'm not. So any questions, actually, I just actually started that on my Patreon, but we have this segment that any questions or discussions will be discussed on Patreon. People can ask me anything over there. I'm not even like hiding people's names. I'm just not even doing it. It's just raw over there. I'm different over there than over here, because over here I'm battling a lot of other people who are sensitive, who don't have my best interest, so it's just a lot. So no. I do have here, I'm definitely 100% not ashamed of me whispering. I don't give a damn if you find it funny or not. I like it, my audience like it, and that's that. But I can be ashamed of certain stories I put out, embarrassed, get humiliated. I don't really like to color code stuff. But yeah. So the answer is no. But I will continue doing things like What the F Thursday for funny content, because that could be a story that just happened to me, like, right now or something. So yeah. I also trust my Patreon family a lot more, and Patreon also has this feature that, first of all, no one is supposed to be sharing your videos on Patreon, but Patreon lets you know when someone shared your video and exactly who. So you're able to keep your content, and honestly too, you also get an alert if someone screenshot your stuff, because I just got that recently, and I was surprised. There have been people that I had to block for trying to share my videos, but yeah, no. So that is that. I also want to point out that any video I put on YouTube, I am now putting on Patreon with no ads, regardless of what it is. Regardless. So besides getting what you get for the month, I am also putting all YouTube videos social media platform is the worst place to actually ask me for a request. Like, the worst place. Because like I mentioned, I don't check those apps enough to keep up with requests. But I do check my YouTube regularly. Now, if I don't do a certain topic, it's because YouTube won't let me. YouTube won't let me. There are certain guidelines that I have to follow on YouTube. Usually I will tackle any topic, but between YouTube rules and people becoming way too sensitive, I now have to stop and think for a second. Any topic that might be way too controversial, nah, I don't do it. Controversial does not work for my channel at all. And I'm not out here trying to hurt people's feelings. I'm not trying to be on YouTube's radar. But sometimes my opinions are strong and it might come off as being unsensitive, harsh. And if you haven't noticed, nowadays people are not allowed to have a goddamn opinion anymore on the internet. So people cannot respect other people's opinions and move on. People are trolls. People don't know how to state their facts without the name callings or whatever. I'm just, so certain topics I do, but 98% of them I will do. Now, depending on, again, if it's a deep dive or the order of what my requests come in, it might take some time, but and then my true crimes, again, I don't mind doing true crimes on YouTube, but I don't care about any other channel. For my channel, anytime I do a true crime, it always gets demonetized. I don't understand why, because there's many artists who do it, but I only have to focus on my channel. So I do true crimes, but 99% of the time I don't even get paid for it, right? They get demonetized. So I don't mind doing true crimes here and there, but like a deep dive, like today, my true crime almost ran 2 hours on my Patreon, right? I will never put that much effort into YouTube for video, just for YouTube, for YouTube to turn around and block it or give me a strike or something else. So my true crimes are an hour on my Patreon, but on YouTube I might do a 20-25 minute true crime, but going deep into it, there's no point, because with YouTube you can't say certain words. You gotta say unalive, you gotta say this, you gotta say that, and it's a lot. YouTube guidelines have changed a lot, which does take the fun out of certain things, but what are you gonna do? And I'm not saying true crime is fun, I'm just saying in general, it's hard to tell a story when you really can't tell a story. And lastly, we finally got to the end of this ramble. There's just certain questions I would like people to answer just so I can read for comments, just for fun. How is everyone doing with their Christmas stuff? Like Christmas trees, is everything up? Are your lights up? Do you guys have that big thing that's blown up on outside of your lawn? Does anyone have any plans for Christmas? Are you hosting Christmas? And back to that Christmas tree question. When does your family put it up? And what is the rule of thumb putting it down? Because if, like for us, if New Year's is on January 1st, which is on a Wednesday, our tree is coming down that Sunday. The end. Period. The end. must have around Christmas.